Next, I would like to call upon Dr. Kalai Kalaichelvan. He's the founders, chairman, and CEO of TiECON Inc. With that, we are also celebrating our Canadian chapter, the TiE Ottawa. He is has a great story to tell. So over to you, Kalai.
Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As the previous speaker said, right, I mean, definitely it's an honor to stand in front of, I would say, many superstars here. Many of you have had a lot of successes, and it's definitely an honor here. Before that, I had to tell that Shaker said that we are from Ottawa. So many of you who don't know where Ottawa is, it's not a suburb of Boston. It's so it is in Canada. So I just want to let you know that. So when I tell some of the entrepreneurs, right, you know, TiECON is a product company, and it's 10 years old. There's no external investment. It's run by itself. Some of the entrepreneurs immediately they say, "Wow, that's great. You know, you don't have to worry about the VCs, entrepreneurs. You have a lot of freedom to do whatever you want." You know, that's what they tell me. But I immediately tell them, you know, it is the quantity of the problem is same, whether you have investment or not. It is just the quality of the problems are different. So don't get so excited about running a company without investment. I think definitely there are a lot of advantages of having investments and a lot of advantage of not having investments. So that's what I see it. When I started the company, I was in the software business, started off with it. And we developed the software, and we were licensing the software. And I called it at that time a taxi meter model. You know, more you use it, you pay more. And now it's called SaaS, I guess. And 10, 12 years ago, I did come to Boston and Valley and then looked into some of the financing aspect of it. At that time, you know, probably that was not a very successful, or people didn't see a lot of things. And we decided to go on our own and then build the company. And as we built the company, the model was really working very well, because the first year or 2 years itself, our cash position was very good because of the taxi meter model, where we were charging people as they were using it. And more they use it, we make more money. So our cash reserve was very good. So Linux came in there, and then took over a lot of our fun, what we were having. And then because of the cash, basically what we decided to do is really focus on a lot of the growth of the company through the acquisitions. So again, the singular focus for the company was really to how to grow the business. It was not, in our case, it was not the technology aspect of it. In our case, it's how to grow the business, how to build the shareholder value for ourselves, and how do we build it. So we kind of like in the past 6 years, on our own, we have done around 4 acquisitions and grew the company. And it's not that easy in terms of, as Sanjay said, right, you know, there are a lot of things in ups and there, and there's a lot of downs going on. So we obviously, a couple of times we had the kiss of death, you know, really looking at, oh my God, what are we going to do for the next payroll, you know? That's the kind of a situation we always hit, and we did that one. So one of the tipping points, I mean, Shekhar was saying to tell me is like, you know, what is actually sometimes something which has really took off. I can give you a lot of examples, tons of examples I have, but, you know, just share you one of them, where actually 6 years ago, I went to acquire a business unit of a public company. They had 3 product lines, and then they were already negotiating 2 product lines with somebody else. And there's a 3rd product line is where I was interested in it. I went there and looked for that company to see how to acquire them. So I went there and then met with the CEO, and then he took me around the R&D lab and the whole building and everything, and it looks very good. It's one of the most successful business, the 3rd one was. So when I asked him, where do you manufacture these things? You know, these are systems. Where do you manufacture these things, and where is your warehouse? Then he said, the manufacturing is done 3 hours from here, but the warehouse is just a half an hour away from here. Like, let me take you to the warehouse. So he took me to the warehouse, and it's like a 50 to 70,000 square feet warehouse, full of boxes. Like, I've never seen a warehouse that tall, you know, like 8 or 9 skids can be stacked. And going through this one and then walking around and looking at it, and me and my strategic advisor was with me, Terry, we looked at it and said, oh my God, is this something which we want to take it? You know, this is like a massive. How are you going to handle all these things? It was like a $20, $30 million business unit, and we were thinking about how do we deal with it. So when he came back, and then he came to the office, and he asked me a question, you know, So what are you going to do now? Are you going to make, are you interested, still interested in the business? So one of the things is, I had a discussion with my strategic advisor before we went to this meeting, and I said that, yes, I'm interested in it. He was a little bit surprised because he thought he scared me about all these things. Then I told him that, yeah, I'm interested in it because he was actually coming out of the system business. They were moving into a patent licensing business. So what I told him is really that, we'll do one thing here. So you give me the keys of this building after we sign the agreement and the keys of the warehouse. Then you guys just move out. A couple of executives who are not interested in the business, you can just move out to some other place. So I'll take care of this one end to end for you, right? And I'll give you a check plus some upside for you. The deal is, but I don't want just the one product line, I want all the 3 product lines, although they're negotiating already with some other one. And the price I offered was, I didn't realize it at that time, price I offered was sum of the 2 of the previous one, and in fact lower than that. And I was thinking, he said we were shocked about it and he was not sure. We were not sure whether he was going to accept it or not. He said, well, put the offer on the table and let's see how it goes. So we put a binding term sheet, yada, yada, all those things, and then he came back and then said he accepted the offer. So you look at it from there, and he really took an offer from me, which was less than the 2 things what he got. He's able to give him this one. I was myself surprised to an extent. Look at it from his point of view. He looked at it and then said that if he has 3 products, he has a lot of IPR issues, and he has to deal with all these inventory, how do we split it, and there will be a lot of channel conflict happening. On top of it, there will be customer lawsuits if the 3 companies are acquiring 3 different product lines. And he looked at it and then said, hey, best is to give to this guy, so he takes care of all the problems for me, and I'm out of it very easily. So the reason why it is very important is, from our point of view, instantly, when one stroke of a pen, we got 140 sales channel partners worldwide. We had a business unit which can kind of run by itself. We had an entire sales team, entire R&D team. And we didn't have to slice and dice these products now because all of us are ours now. So this is the way this is one of the key things which happened here. Look at it from their side. They had some advantages. Look at our side, we had some advantages. So the key message, what I learned from this whole exercise, although it just happens, it so happened like that, it is not the price that matters always. It is the pain point what your customer or any M&A deals you're dealing with it, or the pleasure points what they want. If we can kind of go beyond that. Otherwise, what we typically do is whenever we go into acquisition, we immediately start doing technology due diligence and financial due diligence. We get into that kind of thing. So those are the kind of a thing which I learned, and which kind of in a way, took Eon from just a simple Ottawa company into a global footprint it got. And then in September of last year, we did another acquisition, which is again another business unit from a public company we did again. So, this kind of helped us grow the company. So to summarize, my experience has been, I love growing the businesses. In the last 10 years, basically I co-founded around 5 companies. 2 of them were sold, and obviously I'm running one of them, still continue to run, and a couple of others are still running. So I'm having fun. That's it. Thank you.